Hey, don't look at the date that this is being recorded. Little late, and that one's on me. So for our January live session, we just making sure the mic was on. We met on Monday and Wednesday. So this is the first time or the new time the first time we're having our new time for these Wednesday sessions. So 6 to 7:30 on Wednesdays, but at our same time from 4 to 5:30. We talked about a just that reset. So this was just a week or so coming out of break for most people. We just talked about that reset, and then this is where I'm going to spend a little bit of time here just talking about the show and tell because this was really the bulk of our work. We hear you loud and clear in your feedback. You just really appreciate that time to work together and collaborate with other people. So we are trying to build that in as much as we can, and then we'll talk about some of those next step pieces down there. So we just again talked about this January reset, and we just did this as a whole group. What are some things that you tried? What are some things that aren't working? There are variations. I was at that Monday session. There are variations to from like I am starting back from basics. I'm implementing this new thing. I'm waiting for a reset until change of semester at the end of the month. But one of the one things we heard that was very, very common was more structure, which is very common, very ideal for this time of year in the process. More structure, more structure, more structure. That is awesome, right? So we give kids a lot of choice. We see where maybe things are going wrong, and kids need structure when we implement more freedom or choice for our students. They definitely need a lot of that structure built in to support them in that journey. So pretty cool. This is where we spent the bulk of our time. I'm going to pull this slideshow up here in just a second, but the pre-work was to fill out this slideshow in the Canvas, and Kim put a nice example here about just the show and tell format, which is fun. Like you get to brag about something. This is something you can absolutely bring back to your students. You get to brag about something. This is something I did, and this is something that I would like feedback on. So the prompts were there. The pre-work was to go through and to complete that, and then if you weren't able to do the pre-work, when we got into breakout rooms, we had a few people stick back and complete this in the spot. But our format was to get into breakout rooms, two people. So we put you in like pairs or groups of three, and then you were able to go over your pre-work and talk about this. So share something that you were doing, and then get some feedback from someone based off of your grade level on some of the things that you're trying to work on. So the feedback from that was pretty positive. People had a great time, and it was super fun dipping in to hear those conversations and people really engaging in that work. So that took a good chunk of our time, and then we started talking about just what are some of the next steps that we're going to be taking and really synthesizing a lot of that work and sharing as a whole group. So we talked about the month at a glance here with some of the things that are coming up. This is in the Canvas. Their live sessions will be, oh, look, I changed this on the actual thing. You know what? Here, let's go here. Let's go here. Let's take a look at the live thing. Boom. Live sessions will be the 12th and the 14th of February at those times there. The must do stuff here is relatively simple. Some of the same stuff. Keep doing what you're doing. Let us know if you need help. But right here, we're going to talk about this, joining us at NCCE virtually and how you can provide some feedback. And then this, as of the recording of this video, is off and running. We had our first live session for this resource study in January, just last Wednesday, but that does not mean it is too late to join. This is a hop in whenever type of activity here. So keep in mind that resource study where my book's upstairs, but we're talking about the shift to student led, which is all about blended learning and UDL, and it's amazing. So, and then the tech tool for February is for now it's going to be AI tools 201, but people still are engaging with the 101. So we might just pivot to something different if AI tools is not your jam, and that is totally fine. And then our next live sessions here will be on, we talked about this February 12th and the 14th at these times, and just some things to be thinking about here. So again, that UDL blended resource study is not just our MCP cohort. In fact, we had 50 something people last Wednesday in there, and there's like 80 something people working in the Canvas, which is pretty awesome. So the more the merrier, because then those conversations are richer and richer, and we love that. NCCE is coming up here in a couple of weeks. If you're going to be there, awesome, let us know. If not, we would still love for you to be able to share your voice. So if you go to the Canvas and you scroll down to the December module and you find NCCE flip responses. And if you can't find it, here's my favorite trick. If you're on a PC, Control F, or if you're on a Mac, Command F, just search NCCE and it'll take you down to that spot here. Click on this, and then these are 4 different flip spots, flip what's the word I'm looking for? Oh my gosh, topics. Wow, what was happening? If you simply click to get through, if you're not signed in to Flip, and you can add your responses here, we are going to use these at NCCE for like a station rotation model. And so we know that people hearing from you is what is best. That is definitely what we need. Is for people to be listening to you and hear about your experiences. We even got some of that feedback yesterday when we were doing something different. It's just nice to hear from people who are in the trenches doing the work, and that is you. I put this gamification discussion thread. Actually, wasn't planning on talking about this, but I put this gamification discussion thread down here, all the way at the bottom, because this came up uh, in our live session. We haven't really done a whole lot with this. I just put this here, and I'm going to re-email those people to be like, hey, it's actually there now, because by the time when I emailed you, if you're watching this and I emailed you and said, hey, it's up there, and then I forgot to publish it because I published this, but I didn't actually publish the module. Rookie mistake. That's my bad. But some gamification and extrinsic motivation, and that's my jam. And that kind of came up in some of the breakout rooms. And so we'll see if we can get that conversation going and rocking here. Then in terms of just what the people wanted for feedback, like what should we be bringing back to you here? Then this is, you can pause this video, you can look at what people said, but you can see that the here we talked about the UDL book study. We talked about how people are resetting again, structure. Uh, Oh, this, I will find the link. This is in Canvas. This link with everyone's name, so you can be like collaborating and working with each other. And then check out that show and tell document here. Again, people really liked hearing about what other people are doing and that time to collaborate and work together. So that is the space that we hope to provide for you, and we will continue to do that moving forward, because if that is what you need, that is what we are here to provide. Okay, let us know if you have any questions. Hope to see you in February at the live session, and hope to hear from you even sooner.